Arsene, let's just clarify the team news. When you spoke to Arsenal.com yesterday, there was no changes from the Everton squad. You've had 2 training sessions since. Anything altered?
No, nothing has been altered. Diaby is available again, but I think he will be in the group next week. And I do not want to take any gamble on him now. But apart from that, it would be the same squad who was at Everton.
I was going to ask you about Diaby. Made a goal scoring comeback in the reserves in midweek. How big a part can he play towards the end of the season?
He can be massive for us, but at the moment, you know, we had so many setbacks that we do not want to take a big gamble. He needs another game, certainly, and to play 90 minutes, and then we'll be ready.
Obviously, 6 straight wins in the Premier League. That's not only got you into the top 4, it's put you 3rd, but is the hard bit to come now?
Every game, our experience in the 6 games is that in every game we had to fight for 90 minutes to win it, and we don't expect that to be different. I believe in the end of the season nothing will be different from that. Just play as well as you can, develop the quality of the game like we want to do it, and fight for each other. And for the rest, the Premier League is high demands, physically, mentally, and that's what we want to do. And be relaxed and enjoy it.
Obviously, Fabrice Muamba has been in the news this week, a very sad tale. Hopefully it's going to have a positive ending, but are you proud of the way that football has reacted to that
Who wouldn't
situation?
be? We gave a good example of United in the game, what is not always the example that maybe we give, but in this case, unanimously can only congratulate people in our game, and as well the exceptional work that has been done by medical people to keep him alive. Maybe the only place he could survive with what happened to him was on a football pitch, but anywhere else it would have been fatal to him. So overall, medically, the medical people deserve big congratulations.
Just finally from me, the weekend game, Aston Villa, you've had 2 games against them this season, won them both, but they've both been very tight in their own.
Both been very tight. In the cup we were 2-0 down and won in the end 3-2. Over there we scored in the final minute with a header. So Aston Villa is always a team which makes it life difficult for us. But the only advantage we have, we are used to that.
Arsene, can I start off, Lucas Podolski reports today that the deal is done, he's passed a medical and it's all signed and sealed. Can you just bring us up to speed exactly what the situation is?
Nothing is done, and the day it is done we will inform you.
Has he had a medical?
No.
Are you expecting the day that you might inform us to be sometime soon, or is it a matter of waiting till the end of the season?
Well, I don't master the timing, you know, because that doesn't depend only on us.
Are you expecting it to be one that is completed?
You try to make me say what I don't want to say, and you do it very well. And but I cannot give you more information at the moment. It can happen soon, can happen later, I don't know.
He has been linked to other clubs. People talking about interest from Lazio. Are you concerned at all that someone might step in, tempt him away?
It's always a concern, yes. The speed of which you conclude these kind of things is always is important. But at the end of the day, it's always the player who makes the decision, you know. And it depends how much they want to join you.
And with that in mind, would you like to see it completed sooner rather than later?
Yes.
Okay, we'll move on from that one. Can I ask you, you touched on it before about Fabrice Muamba, the player obviously who started off here. Have you stayed in touch with him over the years?
Yes, over the years, yes, we have stayed in touch with him. And I must say, against us, he was always very keen to prove that he made a big mistake by letting him go, and he had always outstanding games against us. And I hope he will do that soon again. You know what you're concerned. Let's say today we are in a better mood than 1 week ago, and I'm not a medical specialist good enough to know will he play football again or not. The only important thing phase at the moment is that he recovers fully and completely, and after, hopefully we have a joy to see him again on the football pitch.
And a lot of the what's been said about him is how much of a fighter he is. Do you recognise that in the player that you brought in as a youngster here?
Yes, that was obvious. Technically was behind when he arrived here, but when you looked at him you could think, oh, there's something there that you can work on, and that was his huge determination and his huge desire.
And just in terms of medical procedures, you mentioned before you're not a medical man, but are you happy with the medical provisions that are in place here at Arsenal in terms of checkups and
Yes, completely happy. And can you prevent heart problems by better screening? Honestly, I'm not good enough medically to tell you that, and I'm not a specialist, but we do as well as we can, and how much demands we have from our doctors, we do, and I think we do it well.
Are the players regularly checked?
Yes, every year. You know, before we start the season, we have a day, before we start pre-season training, we have 1 day every year which is completely dedicated for every player to medical check before they put their feet out there. So, of course, can always be improved, but we try to do well.
In terms of the football, Thomas Vermaelen has said you're now favourites to finish third. Would you go along with that?
Favourite because we are in the position of in the third position, but favourite for me it never meant a lot. What we are favourite is that to put every effort in to do it. But things can change quickly. As soon as you ease off, things change quickly, you know. And we have difficult fixtures, tricky fixtures, and how well we finish depends just on our attitude. If we keep our attitude, we have a chance.